back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. So not yesterday, the day before, so 2 days ago, I got these new oil pastels. Now I haven't had a chance to sit down and have a play with them. I have used oil pastels before, but it was a very, very cheap brand. I can't quite remember the name, and I have given those away, I believe, to my niece. They were about £3 off Amazon. But I purchased these ones. These were closer to £14, and they were more pastel than the other set that I had. That was all really bright colours. So I thought today I would test them out on a background as well as the actual picture itself, the image in the picture. So yeah, I think to blend them out, I'm going to try my finger, because I do blend out with my finger, and then I'm going to try the odourless mineral spirits as well with a brush and with these little makeup applicators. Again, I purchased off Amazon, so I'm going to put these underneath, and the brand is Paul Rubens, so I am expecting these to be of a nice quality. So I'll push that to one side. So I have picked out 2 pages from different books, both from Camilla de Arico. So I've got this page that I'm thinking about doing the background on this one, which I'll do first, and then this one I'll try and do the hair, and then the, oh gosh, what they call the octopus arms. The octopus arms. So we'll start off with the background first. Right, let's have a look at the page behind. I don't think I've got a protector hand here, but I'm sure it'll be okay. I am still trying to figure out the best way of filming at the moment, so please do bear with me. Once my daughter's back in school, then I can have a good mess around and try different things. So I'm going to remove this tag and pop it on the other side. Now, like I said, I've not used this brand before, so it's all new to me, and it's been a long time since I've actually used pastels, oil pastels. So I think I'm going to go with a blue and a purple colour scheme. I'm liking these 3 blues, and it is a very warm day today. I think it's about 25, 26 degrees, and I can feel that they are quite soft, as you can see. So we'll go with these. Should we splash a bit of pink in there? We'll see how we go. We'll see how we go. I'm getting a bit carried away here. So the background, I'm wondering if I need a little towel, which I think I'm going to have to get a new cloth soon. I mean, that is stained with inks, paints, all sorts, but just an old little rag. So that's ready, and yeah, I'm just going to get cracking. I will try to blend out with my fingers first. Let me bring you in ever so slightly. And these are really creamy, really creamy. So let me just try 2 colours. So the darker of the purples, they are really creamy, and I don't know, like I said, it may be the hot weather that's making them like this. But yeah. So this one is this one the mermaid's one, or is this the original, the first one? Let me just double check, just in case you're interested. This is the mermaid's one. And then the other one is just the very first one that she brought out. One with a different blue. Oh, that's a nice blue. So I thought these would be nice as backgrounds. If you've watched my channel for any time at all, you'll know how obsessed I am about doing backgrounds. So I'll try my finger first, and let's see. I'm blending it quite nicely actually with my finger, but you do need a lot of the pastel down so you don't get the white of the paper. Now this is quite messy, so if you don't like messy fingers, then I wouldn't do it that way. And I can see there's fingerprints left over. The camera probably won't want to focus on the fingerprints, but they're just there and there. So I think you'd have to be really careful doing it this way, but I will try the odourless mineral spirits. So I'll get my handy dandy cloth, and I'll use a brush first, and then I'll try these little makeup applicators. So with the brush, just going to dip in, wipe off the excess, and then I'm going to wipe it off on here as well. Let's see how much I'll actually need. I might need a little bit more. See, it's clumping together quite a lot there, but you can pull the colour quite a lot with this. Let me try a little bit more. I'm not going to use the cloth this time. I'm just going to tap the excess off into the bottle and see how we get on with a little bit more. And if you can hear tappers in the background, that is my dogs. I did have the back door open, but all you can hear is barking from the neighbours' dogs. So that is with the brush. I think by the looks of it, you're going to need quite a few layers to cover the white of the paper. You see there, it's looking quite patchy. But these remind me very much of Neocolour when I'm using the Odorless Minimal Spirit. They really do. So let me try the applicator now. Same thing, I'm just going to dip them into the Odorless Minimal Spirit, tap off the excess. You can see the liquid halfway up there. And if I work on this top part, oh, that does pull the colour off a lot. That might be because there's a lot of liquid being sucked up by the sponge. So I probably won't recommend using, well, you could get a soft effect, I suppose. It's a different effect. That would be very, very good on clouds if you just wanted a subtle colour in the background, or like a smoked out effect. That would be quite good. But for the effect that I was going for, I think I'm going to have to stick with the brush and then do it in layers, I think. Let's have a see. So I might have to leave this area to dry and then come back to it. Yeah, the sponge has sucked up a lot of the colour. Just see there. Whereas the brush is just spreading it round. So we'll work on a different side and then we'll come back to that once it's dry. Then we'll move down to the bottom and do this area and then go back to the top once that's dry. So they are really super duper creamy. I will try my finger again one more time just to see if I can get a better result. I'm just not liking the fingerprints that it's leaving behind. Oh, that's a lovely lavender. Really beautiful colours, these. So I think I've put enough down there. And let's try a different finger and do it in circular motion, see if that's any different. That's not too bad. And using your finger isn't going to suck up any of the colour like the sponge did. That's a quite nice effect. Now I'm thinking I'm going over the lines if I was to colour the fish maybe with these. I'm not sure how it would turn out, so we'll see on the octopus page how it goes. And I didn't check if I need to set pastels. I think I do. I have got a setting spray just to protect the page on the other side. Don't mind my thumb, I did do all my gel nails. I took my acrylics off and then this one pinged up when I was picking my daughter up and moving her. So I quite like that actually. I do like that. So I'm going to leave that as is. Let's check the back of the paper. That seems to be drying off at the top. And go over with another layer. See what we can get for the coverage. Now it does feel different putting it down over the pastel that's already dry. And I don't think pencils would work over the top of these. I really, really don't. I just think that the pencil would just slide everywhere. So I'd try and get your shading with these. I mean, they're not going to be very good for detailed work, I don't think. Especially by me anyway. So let's get a little bit more of this odorless mineral spirit. And see what this looks like blended out. These would be really good on the canvas. Having the texture of the canvas peeking through would be nice. See, so that's more of the coverage that I wanted. You can slightly see little bits poking through. And I'm using an old paintbrush here. I'm not using one of my really nice ones. This is just one that I've had for a long time and it's on its last legs, but it fits the purpose of this. But I think I'm preferring the bottom one. It looks a lot more pigmented. It does feel sticky to the touch, that bottom one. See, it is coming off on my fingers, so I would be really, really careful about the transfer. I might have to get a piece of greaseproof paper and pop that over the top when I finish this one. So let's try one more area. I'll do the blending of my finger again on this area. It's going to make my desk very, very messy, this, but it's all fun. And then more of the lighter blue. And then use my finger again. Yeah, I think I'm preferring blending it out with my finger and maybe like more of the detailed bits using the odorless mineral spirit, because look at the difference of the pigment there to there. But I think it all depends on what sort of effect that you're going for in your picture. We might as well just go ahead and finish this background. It shouldn't take too long. But yeah, they're very, very creamy. But that could be something to do with how warm it is. And some more lilac. I think I will bring the colour down to match up this side. More blue. And let's blend that out. That is really, really nice once it is blended out. It reminds me of like a tie-dye effect. Let's see how far we can pull this colour. Let's try a different finger. And blend these two together that were already there. I'm really liking that. That's really pretty. I think I might go over the top of that bit actually. So let's pull these two sides together. Some more blue. I'll put a little bit less of the pastel down this time. And see if I can just cover them white areas with a little bit less. But if you like messy art, you'll definitely enjoy these. So this very bottom area, and then I am going to go over the top of that. I'm not overly keen. I'm going to pop my brush in here just to clean it. I'm not overly keen on the odorless mineral spirit, but it might come in handy with the more detailed work. It's all about testing. Oh, I've got quite a lot of purple here, didn't I? And some of this lovely blue. I've not worked in Camilla Data Records boots in a long time. I think I had a bit of a stint of doing, I think it was October, November time. I was working in a Cute and Creeper for weeks, and I've done quite a few pages in that. All different background, mixed media, and the book is so thick you wouldn't believe. Let's try and blend these two colours together. Yep, very, very messy. And let's do that very top portion. I'm not happy with how that's looking. Let's add some more. But I tell you, this is an easy background if you just want something easy, you're not sure what to do. Oh, it is a lot smoother on this side actually. Blending it out, maybe because there's already pastel down. So I will set that with some spray before I actually work on anything else, otherwise it is going to get everywhere. So let's move that to one side. And let's work on this one. So this is her very first colouring book. We'll try a different colour scheme this time. So let's put some of these colours back. As you can see, it has gone everywhere. So let's find our page. Here it is. Now, I'm not holding my breath now. After experiencing that with the background, I'm not holding my breath. But we'll do a couple of the tentacles and we'll just see. So what should we do? Let's do some greens and turquoise, I think. Let's get the colours out ready. So I like this minty green here as well. If I can get it out, there we go. They might be too similar them, so we'll go for more of a lime green. So it's just 4 colours that I've picked out there. And which one is the best one for us to try? I think probably this one at the top where the tag is. This one just here. So I'll try and be a little bit more careful and a little bit more precise. Say hello to next door's doggies. Where I'm placing the colour this time. But I do think that I'm going to have to use the brush. Just make them suckers a slightly lighter green colour. Go in with the minty green. And a slightly darker one. And then my darkest shade of green. Add to the very edges. I'm not going to use my finger with this one because I know that I'm not going to be able to be super duper precise. But let's just try this now. So I'm just rinsing off the brush because there is quite a lot on there. I just kept the brush in the bottle. So let's start off at the top. Now go in circular motions I'll try and do the lightest green last. See, on this smaller area, that's working a treat. Maybe I needed a smaller brush. Let's turn it. I'm quite pleasantly surprised. I really am. That has blended out a lot better than I thought. So let's get off that darker green and let's blend out the lime green. Wow. So I think the trick is, if you're wanting to do a little bit more detail, stick to like the smaller areas, because like if I use these pastels on her skin or all like her, I think I'll have the same trouble as the background in the other one. I think it'd be quite patchy, but because I am using it on a smaller area, it's working quite nicely. I'm really impressed with that actually, so I'm going to do this one as well. Don't want to put too much pastel down either. And the lighter shade, we'll do it on the opposite side this time. The middle one. And then the very darkest. So while I did the light colour last, I'll do the light colour last on this one, first, sorry. While the colour's already on there. And then move on to the darker one. Apart from me going over the edges a little bit there, I am really pleasantly surprised how well that has worked. You know, if you don't test these things, you don't know. If that was done in watercolour paint, I would have gone in and added a little bit of pencil detailing, but I really don't think pencil is going to work with this this product. So that's just probably as good as it's going to get. But I will finish this in my own time, but I just thought it'd be interesting to try a different medium on the channel. So if you did like the video, please give me a big thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!